Good evening, Plymouth. Coming to you live from the vacant Dunkin' Donuts. You know the one on Court Street. Used to be part of the mobile at the intersection. Yeah, that one. Please welcome Justin Angus Simoneau. Oops, sorry. His brother again? Okay. Please welcome Greg. Well, you get the idea. Oh, good evening, Plymouth. This old Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. It smells like coffee and Ben Affleck's tears in here. All right. I'd like to thank to the local scene for having me. And I'd like to thank Dan in the booth for being here. All right, let's get it. So I was kicked off my softball team because I'm getting a little too old. Just because my baseball sweater comes from Coldwater Creek doesn't mean I'm getting too old for softball, but they think I did. They think I am. This sweater's hand knits, Shane. Well, your grandmother has great taste in sweaters then. What can I say? Say hi to Mary Ann Marshall for me. Well, they said I'm getting a little too old for softball, but they said I could stay in the dugout and keep the book. And they asked me what I had for a score, and I said, I have A Handmaid's Tale. And the next game I said, I have the collective works of Edgar Allan Poe 2, The Iliad 0. And then the last game I have John 3, Us 16. Yeah, I was so bored I was reading the Bible. My apologies to the Time Is Now for doing a Bible joke on the same airwaves. Apology, Reverend E.I. Osborne. Also, we have a programming note coming up later. There's 1 hour of Bible jokes by the Reverend Tim McIntyre. So stay tuned for that. They said I was getting a little too old for the team, but they would let me pinch hit. But they just got so mad when I couldn't find my glasses. They said, Greg, you got to clean up this mess in the dugout. And I said, these beer cans and peanut shells, these aren't mine. And they said, no, it's the Ben Gay and Werther's Originals wrappers that need cleaning up. Too early for a Werther's? I did get out there. I did get to play a little first base, but the umpire was he was trying to kick me out because the base was covered in my used Kleenex. I said, you can't kick me out just because I have allergies. And besides, those tissues will make it soft for anyone who likes to slide into base. He wasn't buying it, and I said, okay, I'll go willingly. Just please don't make me pick them all up. Please don't make me bend over and pick them all up. Gerard Mayo. He let me go. They knew I was getting a little too old for the team. They said my bat was old. And I said, well, I don't think so. And they said, well, look at it. And I thought, well, the name engraved on the bat was Ricky Henderson. And I thought I won that argument because my backup bat was Reggie Jackson. So I signed up for the softball team, right? And I thought maybe it would be like a volleyball team because a volleyball is soft, right? Maybe the ball would change week to week. Any luck there? No? So a volleyball is soft and it's the same kids that I play volleyball with, I play softball with. And I was wearing my knee pads, and one of them said, what does that say, Franklin? Who's that, your husband? Which begs the question, how old are my teammates? Your parents came to my wedding, Emily. Yeah, they're saying I'm getting too old because after I go in there, the locker room smells like low tide. Yeah, that's one sure sign you're getting too old. Just because the stall smells like that time I found a crab in the muck, doesn't mean I'm that too old, right? Just a digestive problem. Yeah. Just because somebody brings Clams Casino to the team cookout, doesn't mean you can bury them in the lineup, Stevie. A clam joke? Wow. No. A clam joke? This close to the Cape? Really getting a strong coffee smell in here. I don't know. Some people think that leaf peeping is dumb. Yeah. I don't think it's dumb, but it can be a little creepy if you touch the leaves, right? Looking's free, but touching's gonna cost you. So sometimes when I'm out leaf peeping, it almost seems like I hear like a strip club DJ giving out some intros. You know what I mean? Something like this. Get your leafy greens ready, because coming to the stage is Sugar Maple and Sassafras. Stick around, you peeping toms, because later on, she'll make you swell in all parts of your body. We got Staghorn Sumac. And keep in mind to save a little dough, for she'll make your hardwood furniture that lasts and lasts. We got Quaking Aspen coming to the stage later on. And let's not forget, later on, we have the Cougar of the Forest, Nanny Berry. And tonight's Sweethearts showstopper, we have Tulip Tree. Enjoy the leaf peeping. And don't forget to check out the buffet. I went to the champagne room. There's some really nice hardwood in there. Can't use hardwood twice. So I like to go leaf peeping. I like to pick up a few leaves, red, yellow, green. Think it makes a nice wreath, or it adds a little something to my table scatter. Or sometimes I'll just glue it to some construction paper and give it to my mom as a gift. And then I'll write my name on the bottom and my age underneath. Greg, age 48. And she'll keep around, but suspiciously, my art from ages 12 to 45 is missing. Yeah, that was my rated X soft porn art era. You've seen the comic books, Allison. It is not weird that your dad kept those, Langston. Yeah, so that missing art, if anyone finds the Ben Kenobi Raging Lightsaber comic, please return it to the station. And also, if you have any information on the Isabella Stewart Gardner paintings too, we'll be kindly rewarded for that information. Thank you. Same level, I think. Same level. I also do a mean macaroni art for my parents too, but that's just for the holiday fridge space, okay? We'll break that out later. Last Christmas, I painted my mom a mug, right? And she says, "Do you think, is the paint that you use toxic?" But to be fair, she thinks that's her question for everything is toxic. Do you think this Play-Doh is toxic? So I just give her the response I always do. Inconceivable! Oh, sorry. So it's also getting around the time for football. I mean, it's been going on a little while now. And I love to go see my nephew's team play. And last year they were number 1. But this year it's more like Z number 10,299. Not too good. It would have been better if I didn't trip all over it, right? His coach is also an electrician, and he did some electrical work for me. And, you know, just like my microwave, his defense blew up after a couple of snaps. My nephew comes up to me after the game. He says, "Uncle Greg, did you see my catches?" And I was like, "Oh, honey, those are called drops." Oh, but wait, I did see one of your catches for no gain. Tackled immediately. Then he said to me, "Well, did you at least catch my sack, my tackle?" And I said, "No, sorry. By that time, I had already turned my camping chair around when the other team got up by 30. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is now 36-6, not Plymouth. I heard there's a snack bar around here. No. A walking taco, anyone? No. But, you know it's pretty bad when the team moms bring paper bags with the eye holes cut out already for everyone. Here you go, Mary. Here you go, Eddie. Yeah, we don't want Bridgewater to see our faces. But it's also time for the Patriots have begun, but it's time to start getting into the Patriots, right? And my family, we have a lot of questions about those Patriots. Like, what channel are they on? How do I get that channel? Do we have the NFL Network? You know, stuff like that. What do you want to eat on Sunday? All the good Patriots questions, you know what I mean? Is Grace coming? Is anyone picking up Leo the dog? Side note, Leo the dog, huge Dolphins fan. Then the other question is, do you need us to bring anything? Nope, just bring yourselves. You don't have to do everything, Jane. And the other question is, where would you like us to park? Well, we don't want Aunt Peg to block us in. And then finally, do you think the Patriots will win this week? Finally, we get to a real question. So then sometimes my wife asks me, well, what Patriots sweater do you want me to wear this week? And I like to approach this logically. I'm wearing my red Patriots sweater. The Patriots are going to be in their red jerseys. So you should wear blue as to not jinx us. Hasn't worked yet. And then when we get there, she takes off her jacket, and I'm like, Bruins jersey again, Jen? Really? Well, she means well. She tries. It's also the time of year to start getting into the Food Network. They have some good Halloween shows called Halloween Wars. Have you heard of it? They make desserts, basically Halloween desserts. And that's all fine, but what about the wars part? They barely ever talk about tanks, bazookas, or fight over border wars. No. Sometimes they'll fight over the ingredients, but that's no more than some light shoving usually. I need the chocolate chips, Lorraine. Cinnamon, does anyone have cinnamon? I need cinnamon. 6 hours left, chefs. What, do you think Why don't they play the whole 6 hours? You know, that would be a really long show, right? Just be a lot of this. There's a lot of this. You're not getting any of these chocolate chips, Lorraine. None for you, you dumb whore. They have to cut out some parts, obviously. They should at least let them smash each other's cakes at the end. But that's really only at the level of food fight, you know what I mean? The show really stomps on the good names of the witches, warriors, and goblins who fought in the original Halloween wars for the control of Middle-earth during medieval times. That's what I think. We're really getting at it. Do you think one soldier from the original Halloween wars said, "My buttercream is too sweet"? And then, also, how did they define buttercream back then? Yikes. Do you think any of the witches thought to add a tangy ingredient to their plague cauldron? I'm going to make these jokes easier to say, I think. I don't think so. They're like, good enough for me. Time to battle the Pumpkin King and the Wicker Man with our Trojan horse. That's how it went back then. How are we doing out there, Plymouth? Anyone order a coffee? Oh, yeah, it's closed down, isn't it? Anyone order a vial of Ben Affleck's tears? Those will be in the souvenir shop. Made fresh by J-Lo. Stupid. The Dun Kings forever, yes. I heard the other day I heard the show commercial. It was a commercial for the forests, and let's get the kids back to the forest. And these two kids are talking, wow, how great the forest is, let's go. And like, why are we trying to lure kids back into the forest, right? Who's putting on these commercials? Is it the trolls, the human traffickers of the woodland creatures? What's next? A commercial for air? Let's get some air. You know where there's some good air? In our neighbor's basement. You mean the one with just nothing more than a dirty mattress? Let's go. Brought to you by Air. Don't forget to breathe. No. Or Air's other tagline could be Air, the other white meat. That's some chunky air. Or if you don't have any food, Air, it's what's for dinner. Also brought to you by Dirty Mattresses. We're a pain to get rid of. It's also like the milk commercials, you know? Did they get all the milk people in one room and be like, okay, let's all pool our power together and get milk out there, you know what I mean? And then at the end of the commercial, we'll inject a little bit of doubt, like, got milk? And whenever I hear that, I'm like, oh, got milk? I don't know. And how come milk is $2.79 a quart or $2.99 a gallon? For 20 cents more, you can get a whole lot more milk that you'll have to throw out at the end of the week. My Nana used to freeze her milk. She was so old, we just let her do whatever she wanted, you know what I mean? But what if she needed like a quarter of a cup of milk to make some macaroni and cheese? What was she like? Get my chisel. Somebody grab my chisel. I just got to zest a little milk into this mac and cheese here. Has anyone seen my milk pick? It's like an ice pick, but for milk, frozen milk. What was she driving around instead of an Italian ice truck? What was she driving around, a Italian milk truck that we didn't know about? Donkey, 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 donkey. That's the music she'd be playing on her Italian frozen milk truck. Donkey, donkey, donkey. Okay, how many milk cones will you have? All right. Anyone seen my milk pick? My milk pick, my chisel. Every time she has to go back to the milk pick. All right, that's 2 milk cones for you. That'll be 9 quid. Nope, sorry, I don't take cash. 2 gumballs. I hear you little shits. There was a girl at she left her frozen breast milk in the freezer, the work fridge. We're like, oh, geez. And when she quit, it was still there. So we decided to make some mixed drinks out of it, you know. It gave new meaning to the shot, the slippery nipple. Gross. No. Here's my guy in the back. So I went into Ulta Beauty the other day with my wife, and I'm like, wow, I love this place, you know? All the colorful boxes, the aisles filled with stuff. I'm like, man, this reminds me of someplace. Oh, yeah, the fireworks store. Look at it. Mix and match, 5 for $10. Same as at the fireworks store. Except in Ulta Beauty, it says, this one will clear up your face. And at the fireworks store, this one, it says, this one will blow off your face. I think I might get this for old Zit Face. The kids were so mean to him last night. They kept saying, Pizza Face is back at Pizza Feast. I think I might get this for him. You know? It's kind of poetic. Pizza Face is back at Pizza Feast. Yeah, which one are you going to get him? I don't know, both. One to clear up the zits and one to maybe make him happy. And instead of like at the fireworks store, there's not like ghosts and phantoms on all the packaging and crazy killer clowns. No, they have models, actors, and singers, right? And I saw this one box, and it was a cologne, and it had Adam Driver shirtless on it. And I was like, is it just me? Or didn't we laugh at Kylo Ren when he had his shirt off in the Star Wars movie? I like this cologne, though. It smells like it has a sense of humor. You know what I mean? It also, and a hint of Captain Phasma's crotch. What else am I getting? Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert. Han Solo's burned chest hairs. That's what I'm getting, yes. There has been awakening. The smell awakens. There has been an awakening. They also had one of, I saw, it was Timothy Chalamet was on a box. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. I wish that box had a wick on it. Lights box. Bye, Timmy. Bye, Timmy. Bye, you fake-ass Willy Wonka. And now Timothy Chalamet's parts are in Dune 1 and a little bit in Dune 2. But I like Timmy, though. You know, we were in Little Women together. Humble brag. Not directly on screen at the same time. And just like you imagined, the set was one big orgy. I remember going in and being like, is this the line for the extras? And they said, no, this is the line for the gangbang. And I was like, oh, really? Is it one of the Little Women at the end? And they said, no, it's Chris Cooper. I was like, well, I would like that on my IMDb page. IMDb page. Tempting. But I think I learned my lesson after the Kevin Spacey line. So that's about time for me to wrap it up, Plymouth. Thanks a lot. You can catch me in the upcoming film Fireworks 2000 with the grumpy cop played by, you guessed it, Kingston's own Chris Cooper. And the sexy, cool fireworks chick played by Florence Pugh. And look for me, I'm in a little bit of it. I am burn victim number 3. Just a quick hit. If you blink, you might miss it. Thank you, Plymouth. Remember, kids, to follow your dreams and to keep looking up.